Because of XRP, the banking system and the way people do business will change, and I'll talk about why in this movie. There are a lot of cryptocurrencies out there, and while I'm interested in a lot of them, I don't talk about them on this show very often. I think that XRP is completely different from all the others, and I'll talk about why that is and what makes XRP so special, and the real reason why XRP is so different from other coins. Some of which may even have better technology is this. Your help is greatly appreciated. As always, thanks a lot to everyone who liked the videos and subscribed to the channel. These two simple things help me a lot. If you ever need a good place to buy XRP, check out Uphold, which swap is my favorite. You can find it in the description of the video, so I'll just briefly talk about it. As I said at the start, I'm often asked about other coin projects, and some of them have technology that is much better than the XRP ledger. For example, people say that this chain is much better than the XRP ledger when it comes to transactions per second, as well as other things, staking and prize creation. This is a very important question that gets to the heart of why I think XRP will win in the long run. As we all know, XRP is pretty cool when it comes to technology. It's one of the fastest and most efficient hyperledger blockchains, and it's being set up in a way that will help it reach its main goal. A lot of people use Bitcoin and Ethereum. An interesting fact about Bitcoin is that if everyone in the world started using it as a new way to pay, everyone would have 2 transfers in their lifetime. That wouldn't work in any of the banking systems I've been a part of. Then there's Ethereum. Things are going to get even worse. I think Ethereum is much worse than Bitcoin. It's good that Bitcoin is safe. At least Bitcoin was the first to do something. Ethereum has a lot of problems with agreement. They just tore out the whole base, which was proof of work, and put it in proof of stake instead. Now if you're rich, you pretty much run the Ethereum network, which is a weird way to do things. Make a link. I don't think it was well thought out if you're poor and can't say anything. Another problem with Ethereum is that it can't be used when a lot of people want to because the gas fees are too high. There are also bad smart contracts and a lot of other issues. I mean, that chain is a mess, but it shows one of the best things about the XRP system. It kept things simple and was built from the ground up. Even when Ethereum had trouble with scaling, XRP stopped and said, hey, we're not going to do all of these things right away. The market isn't even ready for this kind of feature yet. In the end, the XRP system was quick and useful. It stays true to its main purpose, which is to handle payments and cash flow. As for Bitcoin, it started out as a way to send money, but now it's just digital cash because the technology can't do what it was supposed to. This changes the story in a way that doesn't happen with the XRP system. But when you compare the XRP ledger to newer blockchains like Solana and Subi, people often wonder what it will be used for. If there are better blockchains out there, people should just leave the XRP ledger and use the better one. Since it's faster, is the XRP record already out of date? Or is it just a holdover from today? A lot of people don't get this, but the best technology doesn't always win. Think about the iPhone. When it first came out, there were a lot of other iPhones, and as many of you know, could know for a long time, many of the first iPhones were smaller and didn't have as many features as Android phones. The network effect, on the other hand, made the iPhone very different from the Android. An Android phone might have had a better camera or more features, but the iPhone made something stronger, a network effect. This was the most important thing about all of how many a network effect is the different points you can make on the network. I'm not talking about real validator nodes in the blockchain. I'm just talking about tech-savvy people who play a big role. One interesting thing about the XRP platform is how they plan to get everyone to use it. The rest of the cryptocurrency community has been working on getting regular people to use it, to use meme coins to make Ponzi schemes work, and do other related things with cryptocurrency. Ripple has done things very differently. From the beginning, it was clear to them that many of these shopping trends would pass. For example, flipping Joe coins over each other probably won't be cool in 5 to 10 years, and more than likely a lot of some of those early NFTs won't be worth much when the yields are made. People who make too many Ponzi scheme tokens and give them to everyone probably won't be in a good place either. What will be in a good place? The network effect is helpful, right? This is something that will really help people, and it's a lot better than a problem. The banking system right now, And Ripple has seen this since the start. Asked what's the clearest way to use cryptocurrency? Moving money from A to B faster speeds up the process of getting something from A to B by a third. That's very useful for all banks and anyone who has ever tried to move a lot of money on any scale. It's not possible at all. It takes a long time, break things and not work well. You also have to pay a lot of strange fees. Cryptocurrency was created because big banks needed a product that would help them in a way that no other technology could. It's not just a product that makes money and then goes away. It's the main reason why cryptocurrency was created. First with XRP, things like this are what Ripple is giving these banks. Of course, it's not a fun payment site where I send money to someone for no reason. It's not separate from their business. In fact, it's much better than what they were doing before. These are the core network effects that will last for a long time. Make it possible for them to connect to the XRP system correctly. 10 or 15 years from now, we'll look back on these events and say, wow, it was so clear that this use case for XRP could drive a long-term value proposition for these financial institutions that they probably won't be able to do without. When you start to mix in other parts of its business right now, XRP on-demand cash, when you put all of these things together, you can think of safe coins and things like custody. These banks can get a full set of goods that let them use blockchain technology without having to learn it all from scratch. A lot of people think that Bank of America and other big banks and trade firms, they're all working on a secret plan that they don't want to share with you, but most of them don't really understand what's going on in the financial system right now. Tech people who are interested in the future understand it, but people who work at these big banks are just looking for new ways to make money. Things for banking, they want to keep their bank running, but they also want to find new ways to make structured things that they can sell to people. They aren't paying much attention to this new layer in technology, which will make the ways they do business less dependable. And even if they know that this technology will change everything, many of them don't care. Having the engineers or tech teams to put it all together at a high level is very important, which is why Ripple is bringing this to the market. Ripple is putting everything you need to run your business into one package. Join us right away, and we'll send you the power of blockchain technology along with everything you need. Need to use it all at the same time, in one package. A lot of people will sign up for these kinds of things because all of these big companies have end clients that work for them. Those end clients will use the tech stack that the company is pushing on them. One-time users are what every other blockchain company wants to get, but Ripple wants to make deals, 1 million, 10 million, or 100 million deals at once. They think that if they can just get the bank to use a cryptocurrency service, it will help all of their real users in the long run. Not long ago, David Schwartz said that he thinks institutional adoption comes first and then slowly goes to consumers. I totally agree with that, and everything makes sense. Since that's how I see things going this way.